We don't really have extended family in the area. Our families live in Rhode Island and Southern Virginia, so this church became our extended family. Over the past 17 years, I've never felt alone. And it's because of the relationships we've developed at Arcola Church that have been there for us, and sharing the good times and sharing the bad.
I was probably about a year in before I did anything, but I heard about different men's groups and early groups, and Stephanie made the suggestion one day, do you think you would like to do something like that? And I really knew that was code for you should probably do something like that. So I heard 6 o'clock in the morning, I heard a bunch of guys that I didn't know before. I admit now I was kind of skeptical going in, but then first group getting to meet a bunch of the guys from the church that I'd seen but not really talked to. Again, same way with the first church service, it was just kind of a connection. That I felt comfortable around the guys during the group that I went to.
Brought me to the church, and I liked it right away. And the minister's mother was so nice to me and talked to me every Sunday when I went there. Made me feel so much at home.
We recently went to the Dates with a Purpose, which was nice. That's a nice service that the church provides. It's,
yeah, having a little one, we don't get to do that much, to go out together, but it was nice.
One of the
That's
nice
first
thing we write down on our calendar every month is the Dates with a Purpose. And not only is it a great individual time for Ed and I to get out together and spend that time together, but the first 10 minutes of that evening is spent with the other couples and worshiping God and talking about how important marriage is and feeling that sense of connectedness.
Well, here,
that
I try to never miss a Sunday because he's just such a meaningful person. He's not only my pastor. Chris is just a concerted friend. I just believe everything that every time I have a problem, I just think, what would Chris say? What would Chris do? And many times find myself knocking on his door back there and I say, hey Chris, you got a minute? And not just Sunday, Monday through Saturday.
And this wonderful, incredible group of moms has guided me some of the most difficult transitions in being a parent. But it's been through love and fellowship and humor. And it's
I've
just
been
been
playing
incredible support.
softball for about the last 2 years. And again, I played in other leagues with other guys, but Steve Nino had just asked one day, do you want to come out and join? And I said, sure, absolutely. And not only it's laid back in softball and sports, it's a good bonding time for guys, obviously, but I was also impressed with, there's some good players here, and it's a pretty competitive league. So.
I have enjoyed being in the women's ministry and have made a lot of friendships that way, met a lot of people from a lot of different demographics. It's a great place to come out and meet women from all different backgrounds and age groups. I've made friends who are much younger than me, older than me. It's been a really nice mix.
Last year, I took advantage of a new seminar that was offered about becoming a disciple, because I really wasn't even sure what was all involved in that. And I've been a Methodist my whole life, but I really didn't know all the information and background behind some of the sacraments and the religious holidays. But it's not just about that. It was really about learning how to incorporate those into my daily life to strengthen my relationship with God and taking those lessons home and how to bring church more into my family. And little did I know that this little once-a-month focus on my relationship with God would come to serve me in a huge way in a very difficult time.
And one thing we do there, we critique what Chris is going to say, which is the next hour. And that's very interesting, and he will write down the message that we're going to talk about. It just makes Chris's message more meaningful, and I really enjoy it.
Wednesday morning Bible study we love. My mother and my husband Bill also go to that, and we've been going for, 5 years maybe, and it's a real good learning tool. And I never read the entire Bible all the way through, so for me, as a child, went to Sunday school and always had the church as an influence for me, but never really read it. So this is great. love learning.
So the Men's with No Regret. Mark Abel comes up to me a year and a half ago, and he says, Rich, we have this Men's with No Regret. We've already had 1 year going. We're looking for somebody to lead the other one. I said, I have no clue what to do about leading. I know how to lead, but I don't know anything about the Bible. He says, you don't have to. It's a scripted series. You just kind of follow along, and all you have to do is be a moderator. Well, I can moderate. So I said, okay. And actually, I prayed about it a lot, and I felt that there was a need, a calling for me to be there. And we ended up having 10 or 11 guys in our group, a phenomenal group of guys, and just the opportunity of when you're in high school or even in elementary school, you have a lot of friends, and you can call them up at any time or day. But as you get older, you don't have that many friends, at least in my life. You don't have that many people where I could call right now and know that they'd be there for me. I found 10 of them in this group. Being able to bond with them, being able to hear everybody's trials and tribulations, what they're going through. Some of the things that I think I'm going through are unique in the world. No, they're not. Turns out everybody has their own baggage, if you will. And you have a group of guys that are all there for the same reason, just to become closer to God, to become a better disciple for Jesus, and also to help each other out in this journey we call life.